Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're talking about identifying proportional relationships. So, again, we're focusing on that word proportion. Proportion, if you haven't seen it by now, and I haven't been explicit because I was hoping you'd see it by now, proportion really means we're going to have a fraction and another fraction, and we're seeing if they are equal. So, really, it's this. Now, later on, we're going to say these are proportional, find a value. We're doing that in the next section. This part, we're not. What we're trying to see is if two values are proportional. That's it. So we need to find those values. So we have, you swim your first 4 laps. There's a number, so I'm going to underline it, in 2.4 minutes. You complete 16 laps. Oh, there's another number, in 12 minutes. By the way, keyword in means divide. So if I ran 5 miles in 4 minutes, which would be impossible, but you get the idea, right? So here they're swimming 4 laps in 2.4 minutes and 16 laps in 12 minutes. Is the number of laps proportional to your time? So in other words, were you keeping the same pace? Are these two equivalent is what it's asking. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if they are equal or equivalent. So we check to see if they're equivalent because if we simplify them, then they are the same, then they are equal. Therefore, they were equivalent to start with. So we have 4, and we're going to compare that to 2.4. Remember, what's on the left becomes my numerator of our important word for ratios, and what's on the right is our denominator. So 2.4 is our denominator. Ooh, there we go. I can correct a 2 into a 4. Ha. Now here we have another word in, so that means what's on my left is 16. That's my numerator. What's on my right is 12, my denominator. What I'm trying to do is figure out, are they the same? We have our 2 ways of being able to figure this out. I can multiply 16 times 2.4. 16 times 2.4. I'm going to get 38.4. So I'm going to put that right up here. I'm also able to take 4 times 12. Now that one I have memorized due to my multiplication tables, and that is 48. Are these two numbers the same? Since our answer is no, that means is the number of laps proportional to the time? No. The number, I'm going to abbreviate here, of laps is not proportional to my time. See how I changed the wording a little bit to adapt because the question is yours, it's pointing it at me. So my time was not. Now remember, what we could have also done is turn it into its unit rate. In other words, what are we comparing? We're comparing how fast you were going per minute over the number of minutes that you swam. So what we can do is we can take 4 divided by 2.4. We get 4 divided by 2.4. And you were swimming 1.6666 or 1 2/3 laps every minute. 1.6 repeating. Then we're going to take 6 divided by 12. Or sorry, 16 divided by 12. In other words, we're really just converting our fraction into a decimal. We get 1.3 repeating. Since these two numbers are not the same, I get the same answer. So I have 2 different ways. So this is number 1. We call that the cross product method. That's the number 1 way. The other way is converting. We can convert our fractions into decimals. Either way, we can use it to check. Are there other ways? Absolutely. But these are the 2 ways that I recommend. Choose one, get really good at it. If you run into any questions that you're just not able to get past, make sure to email those to me. Stay safe, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow.